Join me this and every Tuesday at 7 to 8:30 p.m. as we discuss various interesting topics and take a look at the current happenings on our island and in our region. Just before you go on your bed, let's touch on the points with your host Connie JE right here on Flashpoint Radio. Join me this and every Tuesday at 7 to 8:30 p.m. as we discuss various interesting topics and take a look at the current happenings on our island and in our region. Just before you go on your bed, let's touch on the points with your host Connie JE right here on Flashpoint Radio. Join me this and every Tuesday at 7 to 8:30 p.m. as we discuss various interesting topics and take a look at the current happenings on our island and in our region. Just before you go to your bed, let's touch on the points with your host, Connie JE, right here on Flashpoint Radio. Indeed, today has been a great day. The humidity was turned up. I can tell you that. I don't know, but it's always so good to give God thanks. And in everything, whatsoever is happening, just give Him praise. Just give Him thanks. Because it's going to work out for your good at the end of the day. Let me see a show of hands, all those who sciatica about them. Yes. And those who have diabetes, poor circulation, all these kind of things. Isn't it good though to know that God is still in the you business? Absolutely. He loves you, cares about you, and He is still interested even in the little things that involves you. Do you know that God know when you buck your liquor toe? Have you ever buck your liquor toe? Stop that small toe on a desk, a chair, a bed foot. Gosh, when those nerve endings kick off and that pain runs to your brain. Even those little things, God is interested in. So tonight, I just want to say thank you so much for tuning in. So all of our viewers, all of our listeners, all of our subscribers, all of our followers, thank you so much for spending your precious time with me. I appreciate you. So, of course, may God bless you because you're blessing me already. Just letting you know, me today, same way, still I wait for the mango them. Yes, the Nam Dog, the Julie, and on top of them, the East Indian. And I just want to say thanks so much to I know two. But I want to say thanks to Carla McGarvey. Can she give me mango in a one Ziploc? And I want to say thanks to my colleague Mario who brought one Foster's bag with some Julie in there and people have me up. And man, I did not get the entire bag. It was distributed, but them have me because me eat all my mango live on the show. Me have to share the goodness and the juices with you. And I want to say thank you to that man that brought me some East Indian. Yourself, don't ask my business when I call no name, right? But he knows himself, he brought me East Indians. And so, I'm waiting on the rest of you. So I can't wait to dive into those delicacies. Thank you so much. And listen, God is so amazing. Can you imagine how these mangoes, the Jakarta mango, Blackie, by the way, as we talk about Blackie, anybody having a Blackie? Talk to me. Just send a message, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Just, if you have a Blackie, reach out to me now. It's years now I'm not eating a Blackie. I'm talking about like 4 or 5 years, Myself and a colleague, we would love to embrace the Blackie. I'm just seeing myself. Oh my gosh. I'm counting on you to make my dreams come true. Yes? You are so wonderful. So here is the shout out segment. I want to say shout out to, of course, all of our listeners and subscribers right here on the Grand K, the K Brack, and the Little K. We couldn't be here. This wouldn't be happening without your support. And of course, to all our listeners across the world, whether you're in Jamaica, you are in Canada, you are in Great Britain, you are across Europe, you're in US of A, you are across the Caribbean, I want to say shout out to you and thank you so much for tuning in. So if you're listening from Trinidad, drop me a line. If you're listening from Barbados, even Bermuda, we know we have some friends over there, St. Kitts and Nevis, drop me a line. U.S. Virgin Islands, we have friends over there. If you are in India and even all the way to Africa, I want to say hi to my friend over there at the foot of Timbuktu. Yes, you. I want to say hi to you. I think it's now, should be almost morning for you over there. So, whatever time zone you're in, just before you go to your bed is thinking about you. Yes, indeed. And to our VIP members, thank you so much for being a part of Just Before You Go to Your Bed. Shout out to Mr. Ingram. Mr. Ingram, I'm looking at you. You know, see me? Mr. Ingram, I'm sending my shout out to you. So to all our educators out there, thank you so much for all that you do. Indeed, it's so much to give God thanks. So just to all my family and friends, thank you so much for tuning in. Now, if you haven't yet subscribed, please go ahead, take the time now, subscribe to the channel, like and share. And remember, if you want to send shout out to your family, to your friends, that significant other, please feel free to send that to me. I'm more than happy to say the shout outs to you. So to OD, to CM, to Prince, all of you, just want to say hello tonight. I just want to pause a little bit and solicit your prayers. Our friend Darrell Dacres is still missing. And we solicit your prayers because what I know about God is that He answers prayers even before we pray them. And sometimes it looks dark, but there's always a silver lining at the end of the tunnel. And so we ask that you will pray for him, pray for his family. We are hoping for the best, and God can give us that. And it still reminds me that this too will pass. God says, I make all things new. There is gonna come a time when these pains and hurt and frustration we will face no more. I gotta tell you, God says, I will take away every pain. I will dry every tear. There will be no more suffering, no more sickness, no more death, because all the former things, all of the things that annoy us, that hurts us, that beset us, all of it is gonna take away. And guess what? It is soon, just around the bend. So I admonish you even now, get it right. So if you have not accepted Christ as your personal Savior, I implore you, I beg you, I beseech you, please get into that relationship with God. I pray as well for the peace of the Holy Spirit, and support the family. Do all you can. Go out and assist in the search, anything at all. We're still hopeful and optimistic. Now, there is a great day that is coming, a nice mini great day, and I will not be able to do it so I'm gonna do it now. So happy Father's Day to all of our dads. Yes, indeed. So all of our Flashpoint dads. Yes, Connie JE, just before you got your bed, is gonna be the first to say we love you. I'm wishing you a great day. Listen, I'm wishing for you. Well, let me not use the word wish, right? Because we are loved. I am praying for you and speaking it into being that God the Holy Spirit will bring you, dads, peace. He will impart unto you wisdom, knowledge, and understanding on how to deal with your children, raise your family, and to be the head of the home, to be who you want, who you're supposed to be. May grant to you the resources to pay all your bills. Hey, and if you still owe something, may God intervene in all your finances, every aspect of your life. You are loved. You have showed up, so show out. You know, we want to celebrate you, and we just want to tell you thanks so much for answering, being obedient to the call of being a parent. So right across the world, from our family here at Flashpoint Media, and just before you got your bed, Connie JE just want to say happy Father's Day. Well, stay tuned. I have an amazing guy, an amazing man, none other than the renowned, listen, I had a show before and I mentioned him. There's a song that says, My Kemanian girl. Listen, his rendition is my fave, right? I'm speaking of none other than the healthy man, Darrell Dacres. When we come back, we'll be talking to him about moving from striving and coping to thriving, healthy for today. So stay tuned, don't go anywhere. Just before you got your bed, we'll come back after this message. Go on, go subscribe now. Like Need it fast, need it quick? Then let Breezemill Rent a Car blow their amazing affordable deals your way. Cars of all sizes with weekly, monthly, along with daily rentals of $25 per day. They're reliable, dependable, with friendly staff, free pickup and delivery. You can't get it any better than this. Call us at 936-1177 and allow Breezemill Rent a Car to blow the wind of hassle on its way. Breezemill Rent a Car. It's a breeze of a deal. Conditions apply.
Need help to produce your podcast? Flashpoint Media makes it very easy. We can relieve you of the headache by recording your podcast for you. So, take the first step to getting your content to your desired audience. Contact us here at Flashpoint and your podcast will be live in no time. Our website is www.flashpointmedia.ky or call us at 345-321-6969. That's 345-321-6969.
Join me this and every Tuesday at 7 to 8:30 p.m. as we discuss various interesting topics and take a look at the current happenings on our island and in our region. Just before you go to your bed, let's touch on the points with your host, Connie JE, right here on Flashpoint Radio. Yes, welcome back to Just Before You Go to Your Bed. Tonight is an amazing night. Yes. Why? We want to encourage healthy living. God wants us to perform at our best. God says that we should number our days, yes, indeed, and allotted to us is 70, that's 70 years, and by reason of strength, more years will be added on. And I know persons, we don't want to die. Death seems a daunting end. But we can have a good long life without the aches and pains, or majority of them. And so Flashpoint is following the guidance of the Lord that we should eat healthily. We should go back to basics. So tonight with me is none other than the CEO of Healthy for Today. He laughed, huh? I'm giving him his title, right? So, Healthy for Today, and with me is none other than Brother Darrell Dacres. Hey,
hi, Sister Connie, how are you?
Own.
Cayman's native son, Darrell
Yes,
Dacres.
absolutely.
Yes, maybe I should introduce myself first. Cayman native sons, I
Yes.
came from my forefathers in the Cayman Islands, and I started playing in nightclubs from 13 years old.
Right.
Yeah. And in my young days, I went to Jamaica and recorded my first album and shared studio space with Bob Marley. And he wrote a song that says, I have so much things to say, and I have so much things to say, but we're going to cut it short in righteousness. You got to just cut it short in righteousness. Before I start, I want to say I'm not a doctor. But I've been in health. I was a musician and a businessman, so had nothing to do with health. I didn't go to the gym or anything else. And I've been training from 1999. It sounds like I'm 16, but I'm a little older than 16.
Yeah, you look 18, 19-ish.
So I started training from 1999. And I moved to Minnesota in my younger days, and that's when I started getting in health. And when I became a Christian, I went off to a center up in the hills of Virginia, and it was a health center, so I learned a lot. That was 1999. I just continued, but I didn't take it too serious until a few years ago that God said, hey, now it's time. And God do not call the qualified. He call you and qualify you. And believe me, he is more qualified than anyone else. Why I'm saying that? Mr. Ford, Henry Ford, did not go to school for engineering. He started fixing watches from 9 years old. At 12 years old, he was fixing watches for his neighbors and working. And then he went in to start making Ford cars. And he supplied Australia, India, and all these places. No training. Guess what? People have to go to school today to learn how to fix Mr. Ford cars.
Exactly.
Because God uses, he was a Christian guy, and he used to walk like 4 miles on Sunday to go to church. And I think he communicated with God there, and God really inspired him. And he was so that back in his days, it was $2.50 an hour for mechanics. And he was paying his people $5 an hour. God bless him so much. This is a great story, but we're not here to talk about Mr. Ford. But it's a good start.
Yes,
it's a good start to tell you that nothing is impossible with God. So, like I say, I'm not a doctor. But so I would start to say that go to your doctor. I go to my doctor. And if you have to go on medication, go on medication.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I must
God
start.
instructs that.
Yeah. However, you have some doctors that is like everything else. You have people go into business for accounting to make money.
Yes.
You have musicians that just play to make money.
Yes.
But you have musicians that play to minister to people. And you have some doctors that I have met that really care about people. And I would call one name that I know on the island, Dr. Tomlinson. He cares about people. He's not just a doctor. He really cares about people. And I like to find doctors that care about people, not go into the business and say, I need a career to make money. Because when you have a job, when you're not loving what you're doing, it's a job. But when you're enjoying it's your talent, it's not a job.
No.
It's like me. I didn't do it. It was a talent. So years ago, even though I became a vegan, by the way, and being a vegan is not to condemn people. Is not to say you can't eat this. That's not what I'm saying. Even though Leviticus tell you can't eat rat and snake, we know that.
Of course.
Yeah, we know that.
Definitely.
Yeah. It's certain things. God don't want you to eat cockroach. We know that. Yeah.
Right.
So it's certain things He don't want you to eat. But I don't condemn people. I just share because it's such a joy for them. I'm like a child again. So it's a joy. So I suffered with some problems. I went on about 16 different medications. People don't know this. I went to Virginia, I went to Georgia, I went to Florida, I went to Miami, Orlando, I went to Oklahoma, I went to California, I went all over the places. And what hit me once when I left Florida on a medication, medications or medication, I don't remember, and went to California, they prescribed something else. I went back to my room not knowing for the night and came off the one that I was on from Florida. I nearly died. I said, God, I'm not going to make it. I didn't sleep. I thought I was going to make it. And the next day I went back to the doctor and he said, well, no, that's a side effect. You need to see on this one so you don't feel the side effect. And I said, whoa, but the side effect is still there, taking the other medication, I'm not feeling it. You know, and these are things that I look at. And I was talking to God this week because I'm a funny guy, you know, we're talking to God, you know, he's my best friend. So I say, God, I want to ask a question. Why it is that your herbal stuff you can't take with certain medication that affects it, but you can take all your herbal stuff together? And I said, man, it tells me that you're God.
Exactly.
You're God, all your stuff can be taken together.
That's a message in itself.
And strange that their doctors will not take medication, you know. Certain medication. Yeah. They will not take certain medication.
Doctors are hard patients.
Yeah, and I was in, and I wouldn't say the state I was in, and a person was working in the lab of creating medication, and they told me that certain medication, I'll die before I take it. That's what they told me. They say, I'll die before I take it. So I find a place in the U.S. that's saying now, we use medication as a crutch to take you through, but we want to get off it after a year. I was amazed when I heard this. Now, you're not hearing that in the mainstream. Because in California, it's saying also, if you need 30% to heal the body, God give you 100. This is impossible for the body not to heal. But doctors, I'm not putting you down because I have some wonderful doctors. And you know, Dr. T, he's my favorite. You know, Dr. T. Dr. Thomas said he's a favorite. But you find that medication doesn't heal you.
No.
Medication treats the symptoms.
Right.
We are made from the ground.
Yeah.
And the nutrients goes in the trees from the ground. And when those nutrients gets in you, it heals you.
Say it again for me.
We are made from...
It's the equation, you know.
We are made from the earth.
That's right.
And the earth produces nutrients to the trees. And when you eat the trees, we get the nutrients we need to heal the body.
And you will be healed.
You will be healed. Medication cannot heal you. But you need medication at times.
Yes,
so when I will tell you a story. I went to the doctor. I go every year for a checkup, and I went to the doctor about 3 years ago, and they say, your thyroid is so bad, we have to take them out of emergency operation. So they made the appointment. I went and saw the specialist because I can't live like this. And when I walk out there, I say, my sister took out her thyroid. She's on medication, never the same. I say, Lord, I can't take this thing out. So I deal with people in herbal business, been from 1863. I call them up. We spoke about it. Say, no, I carry the products. No, these are the two products. Which one you have at the upper or low? I told them. They sent me both to sell. I sell about 60 products, by the way. And skin products also. I want your face to look beautiful. And I will tell you about taking skin products out, clear, taking it in. So they sent it to me, and I start taking it, and I went back to the doctor 3 weeks or a month, I don't remember. Wonderful doctor here, wonderful doctor. We have fun, you know, when we meet. And I said, take another test. He took the test. I went back for the results about 2 weeks later.
Something.
He said, I'm going to cancel your operation for your thyroid. Your thyroid is fine, but to make sure I'm sending it to the specialist. And to one of the finest specialists, they say, you're fine.
You're fine.
Taking the herbal stuff. Now, if I take them out medication, I would be on, but would never heal me. All right.
Yeah.
So I'm saying that go on your medication. I'm not telling you don't take medication.
No,
and if you're on medication and come to me for herbal stuff, I will not sell you herbal stuff until you take the label, go to your pharmacy, and say, can you take these together? Now, I found as one pharmacist told me, not that you can't take this together, but if you take it together, I tell you don't take it together because we don't know which one heal you. No, I'm not lying. I'm not lying. That's what I was told. It was very honest.
But the fact of the matter is, you know that yours don't really heal. Yours cover the symptoms.
Yeah. So.
Oh, come on.
And by the way, the face products that sometimes people go in. I was in Israel and buy some face product. One product, 110 US, which I didn't buy that one. By the way, other people bought it. I want to ask you something. When we were growing up, our grandparents didn't buy no face products.
No.
They took. Your problem is not outside. Your product is the problem is inside.
Yeah.
So don't take the papaya and put on your face. Eat the papaya. Because the
So
problem
you
you have,
heal from the
problem you have on your
inside
face
out.
is inside, is not outside. However, it's still good to use the products. But my grandparents did not use these products, and I'm going to tell you this: if you look at the people in Africa, up in the mountains, they take nothing. You see their skin; it's so beautiful. Because they're eating from the land.
They're eating from the land, yeah.
They're eating from the land. So
Yeah.
I'm a funny guy, like I tell you, all this stuff I look at. Every morning, sometimes 2 hours I spend just researching and looking at stuff. So, and be careful when they're selling you all this stuff and say, it's this and it's good for that. If someone has grown papaya on the earth, on the ground for 12 years, after about 8 years, there are no nutrients left. So you buying all of this stuff. I have a sister and she have cabinets of buying stuff from different places. She buy, don't work there, buy there. You're probably only getting 20-30% from the products because people are growing on that ground. We call it ground without resting. You know, when we were growing up in the island, the older people, they were planting east this year, west next year, north next year.
Yes.
They
But now
knew
they
this stuff but did not have scientific evidence. Why? Because when you follow Mr. Ford plan, he make a car and he say put in gasoline, you can't go wrong. When he give you a manual. When you follow God's plan, the manual, the Bible, you can't go wrong. And it's that simple.
And this is the thing that we always say is that if you move away from the blueprint of God,
You're gonna have problems.
You're gonna have
If
problems.
you move
It
away,
is chaos.
if you move away from the blueprint of Mr. Ford, you're gonna have a problem. You put water in your car.
Okay, let's
you
see.
put water.
Let's see.
You see what happened. I find to us humans, we believe what man say more than God. And that's the problem.
You're taking it.
So Mr. Ford said to put gasoline in your car. You put kerosene oil.
Or
it's gonna
diesel.
run. It's gonna run, but you're gonna have problems.
Of course.
But we believe no one questions Mr. Ford manual.
Nobody does.
Well, God wrote this, but that was for the Jews, by the way.
Ah.
Jews wasn't in Exodus. Jews, you don't find the word
No,
Jew till in the
no,
first book of Kings, which is the 12th book. And I'll tell you where the word came from. It's not all Israelites are Jews, but that's another study.
that's another
study. So people, how garbage that this was for the Jews. Well, when you cut Noah, he wasn't a Jew, by the way. He had blood, red blood.
Ah.
When you cut the queen, she had red blood
And
too.
this is the thing. This is the thing that persons. I don't understand the deception, because the reality is if we can follow man, their manual to certain things, and God says, here are the things you should eat. Here are the things that are good for your body. These are the ones that you shouldn't eat.
By the way,
We're
I just got a call and someone said that the woman is speaking in the video, but you're not speaking. So can you hear me? She said, you're not speaking in the video. It's a woman that is speaking. Can you hear me? Also, they're hearing me fine. So I just want to say a big hi to a very special friend.
Of course.
Can I say a hi to a
Yes,
special
you
friend?
can.
Her name is Eve.
Eve.
And she's in Mexico.
Well,
Eve is in
hello,
Mexico.
Eve.
In Mexico.
Yes.
Very, very nice lady. And by the way, I'm asking all of the world that is listening to this to pray for Eve. Eve wants to do ministry, but she don't know where God is leading her. but she's on fire for Jesus. So keep Eve in your prayer for ministry, not only ministry, for other things too, that God will really empower her and take her to places that He helped prepare for her. Hi, Eve. We're just saying hi to you in Mexico.
Yes, absolutely.
So say hi to Eve.
Hi, Eve. I from just before you got your bed. I'm your girl, Connie JE, and I want to let you know the Holy Spirit, He will direct your path. You just have to tap into Him. He will lead you.
Yes. So coming back now to God and everything else, we have a feller that some people don't believe he's around.
Yeah.
The devil. If you don't believe in him, you're already tricked. And
Yeah.
not believe in him, believe that he is a devil.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
already
yeah,
tricked.
yeah.
And believe me, people are going to be listening to me tonight when they finished. He will tell them what he's saying is garbage.
Yeah.
And they're gonna guess what? They're gonna
And
put
they're
water.
gonna be-
They're gonna put water in the car. They're gonna put
Go
water
ahead,
in the
go
car,
ahead.
and they're gonna have problems.
Call us after.
Yeah. Go to your doctor. Go to your doctor. But
Yes.
find a doctor. I would say this to you. Find a doctor that will work with you. So if you go to doctor and doctor say to you, I have whatever, I'm not going to call names. Say, thank you, doc, but I am going to try, is it okay for me to try some natural stuff?
That's
If the
right.
doctor say to you, you need to do this right away, the medication, then you might need to do the medication right away, because the herbal stuff is not to take when you're sick. Herbal plants and
When
stuff
you-
to keep eating that you don't get sick.
That's right.
All right.
Right,
So
right,
sometimes you need a medication, and if the doctor say, "Okay, I'm going to put you on medication for 4 or 5 months, and then you can start looking at the herbal doc," that's the doctor
That's
to
right.
stay with.
Yeah.
But if no, you don't want this medication, herbal stuff, then that wouldn't be the doctor that I stay with.
Yeah.
I went to a doctor one time, and they said to me, Dacres, you found this song. Yeah. Oh, you are not some nice people, and I had a problem, and I didn't know what was happening, and I told him, I said, I'm going to put you on medication. I said, no, I want to do a scan to find out what is happening. No, I want to put you on medication. But I said, you don't know what's happening.
So what? Are you going to put me on medication?
I mean, you're a practitioner. I mean, you're practicing. I know that. But let's do the scan. I'm not going to waste insurance money. And I say, well, I've been taking some herbal stuff. They put me at the office. No, I'm serious. They put me off the phone. They told me I needed help. I needed to see Dr. Lockhart. I'm serious, right here in Cayman. I'm not lying. By the way, Dr. Lockhart is a nice guy. I like Dr. Lockhart. If I was recommending anyone, it would be Doc. Because Doc care about people. And Doc is going to also address your nutrition. He's going to send you on the beach walk and all of that. So I like that about him. I'm not endorsing anyone. I'm just speaking the truth.
Yeah, we're
the truth.
here,
Yeah, that's
right,
all I'm
right,
doing.
right.
So I like Doc. Now, do Doc make mistakes?
Absolutely. They're
No.
human
There's
beings.
some humans don't make mistakes. But they're in the graveyard.
Good point. Because I was like, I wish you might not.
They're in the graveyard. So it's like everything. You take a car to a mechanic, they call in a second mechanic for their opinion. The same thing going to the doctor.
Yeah.
Doctors are just human beings, and they're practicing practitioners. That's what they're doing. And God has blessed them. But let's face it, they're human beings. The only doctor that we can say don't make mistakes is
That's Dr. Jesus.
you got it. You got it. He
Hallelujah.
never make a
That's his
mistake.
name.
So coming back to the products that I sell, it's going to get worse. Cayman is going to get worse. Health is going to get so bad in Cayman. ADD, depression is going to get so bad. By the way, I say to God, in the Cayman Islands, take away the mosquitoes, give us the inside air condition, inside toilets, and take us back. Why? My grandparents didn't have high blood pressure, which is hypertension now. They didn't have diabetes. They didn't have stress. Don't tell me we're better off. Now, the technology is wonderful because I have my
Yes.
recording studio again. Woo, it's beyond. But we are no better off. If you notice, Daniel chapter 12, verse 4 said what? In the last days, knowledge will increase.
Yes.
But you go to Revelation 13. Here's wisdom, here's him that have understanding. It never mentioned the word knowledge. Why? Because the knowledge, but God say, you don't have wisdom and understanding with it.
You can't.
So you don't find the word knowledge in Revelation, but you find wisdom,
Yes.
and understanding. So I say all that to say, not to put down anyone, but again, Mr. Ford made the car. He have a manual. He can't go wrong. God can't go wrong.
God cannot go wrong. The fact of the matter is that irrespective of who you are or what your belief is, the statistics are there. Truth you can never erase. You can try to hide it, you can try to cover it, but truth will find its way out. And the reality is, if the Creator said, back to basics, if the Creator says fruits, nuts, grains, herbs.
No, Sister Connie, I would say you say you cannot hide it, but I would say this: you cannot change it.
Well, you can't change truth.
You can change a lie.
Oh, yes.
Because a lie, but you can't change the truth. So I'm not telling people just to eat fruits and
Very-
vegetables.
no, no,
I'm
no.
not telling that because I grew up eating meat, cow's meat, once a year. We had it on Christmas
All
because
right.
it's how it's heavy on the stomach. Not only that, they were grass fed.
They were more healthier.
And-
There was less pollution.
And it's a reason why the cow have two stomachs. We won't get into that tonight.
Of course.
We don't have two, but the cow have two. So there's a reason for
There's a
why they
reason.
chew the cud, right?
Yes,
So it's a
exactly.
reason for it. It's a
And
reason.
so this is what I'm saying, Brother Dacres, is that God outlines these things
Outline.
for a
Yes.
reason. And if he says you are allowed to eat a particular thing and you're not allowed to eat a particular, why are we fighting to put
No, that is-
oysters and shrimp and lobster and all them something
That
in
was
our
for the
body?
Jews. That was for the Jews. But
well,
again,
hey.
Moses wasn't a Jew. You don't find the word Jew till the first book in Kings, which is the 12th. That is for 590 years after Moses.
Yeah.
So, but you see, the devil come up with all kind of tricks
Yes,
and aim. And guess what? Pastors buy it hook, line, and
And
sinker and feed the congregation. And not the pastors don't mean well, but because the
That's what they
schools
learn
that they
to.
go
That's what
to,
they
that's
learn.
what they teach. You
Yeah,
see,
that's what
because
they learn.
some little man came up with this. He formed a college. He teach it. Then his son take it over.
Yeah.
He teach it. And time it down, come
And then
down
as
to
you
us.
continue,
Hook,
it-
line, and
yeah,
sinker. I
yeah,
met with
yeah,
a
yeah.
pastor here, and I start sharing some stuff. And no, I asked him about the commandments. I asked him about the commandments. He said, yeah, we keep the commandments. I say, so what about the fourth one? He said, we don't really keep that one. So I say, well, if you can change that one, let me change some others. He said, well, you know, I don't really keep them. We live, and some people let me live by love. So I'm going to be practical. I'm going to use you now, right? So you have a husband, yeah? And your husband love you and you love him. Your husband love me too and you love me. So I'm going to say we live by love. So I tell you what, I'm going to marry Connie too. You
Yes.
sleep with her tonight, tomorrow night I have her because it's all love.
Well,
They're going to
well.
hear, no, that's adultery, but that's the 10 Commandments. So if you remove that, then I'm going to sleep with Connie too.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll
So
marry her
what-
too.
yeah, yeah,
You see
yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah.
So it's crazy how people come up with these things. So the Jews, the
And
Jew,
what
the
they
word
look-
Jew
oh my gosh,
is
it's
not
always that.
the word Jew is not in the Bible till in the book of 1 Kings 12, the 12th book, 590 years after Moses. And guess what? If you check it, there's only two tribes that are Jews, you know. Judah and Benjamin.
And Benjamin.
The other 10 is not. But here how it go. I'm a Caymanian, but I'm a Georgetowner. But I'm not an East Ender.
That's right.
Now, if I go and live in East End after a while, I'm a Caymanian, but also now an East Ender. So they're all Israelites, but only two is Jews, but they're all, because engrafted, they say we're all Jews. So that's all it is. I'm practical, very simple person. So coming back to
And the thing is, it's good to be able to talk about that because then when we present something to you, we are giving you holistically.
and
So that
I'm
we're
careful
not-
with that word too, the way that you, by the way,
You see, the world
have taken
have
words.
taken words and changed them. And the thing is, I say it all the time, not because you may now classify two men being in a intimate relationship, and we say they're gay, you're still not gonna take that word from me meaning happy.
that is bad. Exactly. And by the we're talking about gay people, God allowed these people, you know.
Of course,
He loved them.
Oh,
But it's
he
like
just don't love
the
this
behavior.
sin.
Yeah. Because God says it's Adam and Steve, and He put Adam and Eve. He put them together to multiply. Steve and Adam and Steve can't multiply, right?
Cannot.
So we have to understand the principles again of God. And if you don't respect His principles, He love you very much. But if you have two sons, and one is nice and one is stealing from you and doing this, the same God say
You
don't
don't
steal.
have to-
You after a while you have to say, son, I love you,
You
but you
gotta-
can't stay in
yeah.
my house. So God love these people. So I'm not
course
I'm not
he
going in
does.
town and march about them. No.
No.
I'm going to meet them, love them to death. Well, not to
of
death,
course.
but love them because God loved them the same way He loved you and I.
Yes,
So
and we
must
are following
understand
Christ, and so in all, and that's what I'm saying. On a whole, holistically, God is talking about the way you treat each other, love to your neighbors.
That's key.
It's also love to God. And if you love and respect God, then you're going to have to take care of your health, your body, which is the temple of God. And you must understand that we don't belong to ourselves. We belong to God.
Because again, Mr. Ford made the car. He tell you what to put into it. I'll let's go back to Mr. Ford. But come back, what is happening in the world? And I know we're talking about health, but maybe we'll have to do another show. You find that people say, I don't want anything to do with Christianity. People say, I don't want anything to do with religion. God said, my people perish for lack of knowledge.
That's right.
So tell me what the word religion means. What the word religion mean? People use it all the time.
All the time.
The word religion came out of Africa in the early days, meaning good faith in God. So when people say, I don't want anything to do with religion, religion say, God say he's love, kindness, gentle, he don't steal, don't beat your wife, don't do that. So when you say you don't want religion, even in government, you're saying, okay, I don't want a religion, so you can beat your wife, you can steal, you can do it. Because of the stigma that is put on the word religion, not understanding what the words mean. It's crazy. Religion, I want to have good faith in God.
Of course.
It's like people say, I don't want anything to do with Christianity. Christians is mentioned 2 places in the Bible. Is mentioned in the book of Acts 19 and in the book of Acts 24. Why is mentioned? Because let's go to Paul. When the people even slapped Paul in his face because he was talking about Jesus and wanted to beat him, they wanted to kill him. They put the plot to kill him, right? The Agrippa said to Paul after sharing Jesus, you nearly persuade me to be a Christian.
Almost
because
persuaded.
Paul is sharing this love and stuff from God, and Agrippa realized that this thing is powerful.
This thing is powerful.
So
this man Christ,
yes.
Jesus
So
is
you
real.
find that don't get caught up in this word. You don't want to be nothing to do. I'm no Christian. I'm not religious. You Christians say I want to be like Jesus, loving, kind, peaceful, honest, and treat people equal.
Yes.
So if you, it's only 2 places in the Bible. If you understand that, then the stigma of all the word. For instance, I will say this to you. Like I say, I started by saying my friend Bob Marley wrote a song and said I have so much things to say, but we'll cut it short in righteousness. Stop me when you're ready. You find that if I say to you, look at that guy there, that bank manager, he's very educated. Now you hear this all the time without thinking, what would come to your mind?
That he's educated.
But educated how? He went to college, and he went to college. What it mean? I hear it all the time. You see that guy? He's educated.
Yeah, but what is he educated in?
Well, what is educated to you? What do you would think when you say someone is educated?
That he went to school and he got
Went
a
to
degree.
college. Okay, let me clear that up for you. The word education came from the word educare. Means to bring out.
To bring out.
To bring out what? All good gifts come from God, and He takes to stir them up.
Yeah.
When you put we call it cream and Milo and stir it, the cream come up. So when you stir up the gifts, you bring them out. And you see the talent.
And that's the education.
Shakespeare came along in the 1500s and said, education is no longer, educare, which is education, is no longer to bring out. It's going to school and college alike in the 1500s. Now, I study a lot. God take me places at times that I think I'm crazy at times, but that's Holy Spirit.
That's
so
all right.
you find what happened now, and I will tell you, you can't go to any school, college, or university to take a subject to teach you gifts. Think about it.
You can't.
Because you're born with them
You
from
got
God.
them from the Holy Spirit.
From God. I'm not hearing
Yes.
myself. They come from God.
That's right.
And you bring them out. Bring them out what? To love. To bless,
Yes.
to help.
Yes.
So, for instance,
To edify.
I'm a musician and I want to bless people. I'm a health counselor and I want to help people.
And that's why we're here.
And believe me, I don't charge to do the stuff.
That's amazing.
I don't charge because God called me. Now I charge to sell my products.
Of
Anytime
course.
the company say that they will give them to me, I'll give them away too.
Of
But
course.
until then,
yes,
so when I
yes,
counsel people, Sister Connie, the first thing I do, I recommend you go swimming in the sea. At least once a week, half an hour. If you can't swim, go to the water, catch you and flap your wings. Just stay there. And go to the beach.
Because the minerals from the salt water regenerates the body.
Thank you. Don't take vitamins without minerals. Taking vitamins without minerals is like baking a cake, putting salt and no sugar. You need to. And that's the reason why people are wasting so much money. If I didn't know what I have, I would be so confused. I would be buying stuff from all over the place. And I understand why people are so fed fed up of hearing
yeah,
about
yeah,
vitamins.
yeah,
And
yeah.
listen, I don't blame you. But one thing about me, I now I know who I'm buying from. After from 1999, I have done the research, and I deal with scientists. You know, the Israel. I have carried products before that a particular person, one of the leading in the world, went to college, took a course in Miami for 3 months. They're one of the leading herbalists for 3 months. What can you learn in 3 months? I've been this from 1999 and still learning every day. And what they will do, they will put a product on Amazon, a new product, yeah,
Right.
and you will see 50 pieces sold in a week, and here's all go crazy about it. If this product, if I made this product 10 years ago, and I have vitamin C in this coming from oranges, 10 years ago, oranges, vitamin C, and I make this product next week and put that same vitamin C in here. If I sold $50,000 of 50,000 pieces of that, I can take the 50,000 credits from this for that vitamin C and put in here, even though this having vitamin C and many other things. And when 50,000 pieces sold in a week, no. It's 10 years that the vitamin C is also in that product. So when I research this stuff, so sometime in the past, not now, I buy hundreds of dollars worth of products based on that. I end up throwing away hundreds of dollars worth of products. If it's not good for me, I can't sell it to you. If it's not good to me, I'm not giving it to you.
That's right.
I throw it in the garbage.
Right. Oh, absolutely.
So this thing is bigger. If you're looking for a company that's gone into business to make money, then don't call
No,
me.
because you're not concerned about you.
You're calling the wrong person.
Yeah,
if you want to call and talk to a friend and just reason him, if you don't buy from me, then we can do that. I like connection. Believe me, I deal with the company for my website and stuff, and when I sign up with them, I say, I'm not signing up with you unless I get your WhatsApp number. If I can't talk to you on the phone, we can't do business.
Absolutely.
And some people say, you have to email me. I'll say, okay, thank you. So the business in Bahamas that I was doing business with now for many years on my website, without calling the name, the gentleman, he's now my friend. When his girlfriend was sick and she going to the hospital, I end up calling them and I pray on the way to the hospital with them. Yeah, and he said to me about 3 weeks ago, now I understand why you like to build relationship with people that you are doing business for you, because you have been a blessing to us.
And that is what God has called us to do, to be
That's
a
it.
ministry.
That's a gift.
Exactly.
Bringing out my gift.
Listen, exactly. And you don't need to go to college to get that, because that's inbuilt.
No, going to young
No,
people
mind
go
you,
to
no,
college.
no,
Young people go.
We're
I know
not
what you're
talk-
saying.
yeah,
Yeah,
right.
young
We're
people go to
talking
college,
about the
but you
gifts.
cannot go to college and learn gifts. You go to college to learn how to read and write, because we're in a real world.
Exactly.
And believe me,
You're
reading
talking
is
about working and adapting to your environment.
Yeah.
So, of course, an education
reading is
key.
a wonderful thing.
Oh,
You
come
get.
on,
I
yeah.
just give away about 100 not books, and so some time ago I gave away maybe 100, and now I have about 200 not I haven't read. So I was reading too much, by the way. But reading is a beautiful thing. I didn't like
It is.
reading before, and I just take up photography. Also going to the beach sunset. Oh man, this thing is beyond. You catch me on the beach in the evening. Oh man, I'm having fun.
So as you talk about the beach, I want to, we said something very important. You said, don't take vitamins without having the minerals. And the best way, you're saying, to have these minerals is actually going into
In the sea.
In the sea.
Now, let me go to some products here also. The problems that we're going to have that's surfacing is going to worse and worse and worse. Little children, 3 years old, ADD, depression. When I was growing up, I didn't go to the doctor till I was in my 20s. I got sick twice. Barra poison and a flu. That was it. Your grandmother, they were the doctor, they give you some little herbal stuff, bam, it's gone.
Rub up something.
Now you get a tonsillitis or something, you go on antibiotics for 10 days, which kills all your good bacteria. All sickness, scientists are saying, not me, start in the gut. The good bacteria is in the gut. When you go on antibiotics, it kills that, so you have no protection then when something else attack you. That's the reason why I sell probiotic. It's out of Italy. Now, a lot of people will go and buy all 90 billion of this. If you don't have it in 16 strain, then you find you're wasting your money again. So it's a lot into this thing. So you will go to people that go to school, like 6 months, they say, well, this is vitamin C and this is good for that because of what they told them in school. And this is antibiotics and this probiotics and this 6 billion. So this is higher than this one. So I recommend this one. What about the strains? They don't teach you that all of that stuff sometime in college. So you find that God has blessed me that scientists will say, we don't tell people this, but you are friends. And I said, but God, you're good. These people are revealing to me. So I sell strong probiotics out of Italy. They went from 1950 that have a 16 strain. And who teaches us also is Barbara O'Neill. But what they do with Barbara O'Neill, the AI, they will take her now, put her on AI, put a product by her medication, and say this is her new medication. Barbara O'Neill don't make anything. So I want to tell people this. Barbara O'Neill doesn't make anything. They're using AI. I see them use Halle Berry, saying had diabetes. Barbara O'Neill have this new medication. In a week I was cured, but it's AI. But because I was stupid to this, been off the media for a long time, but I have my recording studio, I have AI, and some of it is good. But I can, in most cases, detect that's AI. And there's many things you look for, which I'm not going to stay here. And I know this is about health, but something I want to tell my sisters and brothers, scammers. 90% they're saying of media people are scammers, up to 90%. I don't know if I can call places. Can I call places on here where scammers come from? Or it's best not to call places? Okay. There are 3 places in the world. The first place that is the leading scammers have schools that you go to become professional scammers. One of them scammed me too. Yeah, they're professional. One of them scammed someone and came at $30,000. One of them even scammed an old lady. Let me tell you some of the tactics. They will download pictures. It'll be guys to all 23-year-old download pictures. If you're a man, especially if you know you're single, and if you're over 35 or 40, they're the people you're going to target. But they will even target newborn babies. But they know that 40-year-olds, most cases, is not familiar with media. So they target you. They will download these pictures of, if it's a woman, a nice guy, even a pastor, and they will write to you. Yeah, they will find, by the way, I have a website, but I know the scheme, so if you're going to send emails to me, God always reveals you. You know who you are, Amen. So God will reveal you. You always are caught when you're dealing with me. So they will do that, and I had to study this too, by the way. I'm started scamming. But we have to. Christians are locked away. Christians are locked away in 4 walls and don't know what's happening.
You need to know to be able to maneuver.
And with my ministry, I need to know this because I help people. So what they will do, they will download pictures, but they will not do video calls with you. That's the key. No video calls. And if they do video calls, they will use AI. And if they use an AI, you don't know, you'll think it's them because they will use a picture. By the way, how AI is set up now, I can take a photo of you. And I can write a script. And I can put that in the AI with your script. And the AI move your mouth exactly what you're saying, sounding like you. So this thing is very, very, very serious.
And they know that persons are so more keen on health.
You got it.
That is the avenue they use to get to you.
In this country I'm talking about, targets came in. What they will do, they will check like the Premier. Like the Premier have a Facebook site now. 7 friends. You know that's not him.
That's
They will send me an invitation from another Premier here, which I'm already his friend. Yeah, but none of his family is on there.
No,
nothing. So they set up Facebook pages. They set up a Facebook page for me and under my name.
And that is why I love the fact that you're saying, if I cannot have a WhatsApp number for you, if I cannot communicate
video,
directly,
it must be video.
Yeah.
You write a person 1 or 2 times. After that, it's time for video. If it's no video, block them right away. I'm not saying block them. I will block them right away.
Yeah, but I mean, you have to advise. Yeah.
And they will go. And if you have a business, they will Google and get they will find your information. But I know how to find them too. Now, some of them will even set up stuff from different countries. It's hard. But America's all behind us too. They know this is not America what I'm talking about. They know what's happening with all these countries.
They all know. They all know.
They found was Saddam Hussein was living underground or Bin Laden. They found him. So these people in these countries think they're so skillful, but when the devil is using you, you don't see beyond what you're doing because these people, that is their job. They wake up in the morning to be professional.
They practice to be professional.
So I just share this to share knowledge with you. People is going to get your number, and one of the things that they will do, they will phone your WhatsApp and they will ask you questions. While doing that, they're scanning your phone.
Of course.
So you have to know how to protect that from you. If someone phone you and it's not a number you know, block it right away. And if you open it, maybe you got to get in your phone. So you need to talk to your children and find out how to not answer the call and block it and delete it.
Absolutely.
This thing is serious.
Yeah.
So I thought I would spend some time talking about that also because it's very important.
Because
one of our sisters,
persons are going to pretend, especially when we saying, okay, then I know this person carries a particular product. This is what I need. I want to change my lifestyle. I want to have, I'm moving from coping to thriving. Persons are going to hit you where you're vulnerable.
Right and left.
Right there where you're
One
vulnerable.
of these persons that scammed me, $500 US. Because they couldn't get any more money. A 23-year-old boy pretending to be a woman too. Got into my Facebook, put on my Facebook, Darrell Dacres is having online S something X. He couldn't spell the word sex. Now Christians say, you calling sex on the radio? Well, Jesus told Adam and Eve, go and multiply.
Right.
I guess Adam look at Eve and say, Eve, what are you talking about? How we do this thing? I don't know about this thing, And let's try and figure this out.
And we don't sell it in a bottle.
yeah. So online sex with women, but he couldn't put the word sex. He put women picture up there. Now I want to ask you something. If you're in a faraway country, how you know in Cayman that I'm using my credit card to pay a woman in Ukraine for sex? Because you use a lady from Ukraine picture, right? How would you know that? It tells you. Believe me, Facebook didn't block me. Facebook telling me he went so bad, you will never get a Facebook again. I tried my company, they know it was me. Different phone number, different email, a different company, different phone number. They keep getting back to me. 3 months, it was crazy. I say, God, you bigger than this Facebook thing. It's been 3 months. You got to do something. It was Friday night, Saturday night. I had 2 Facebook pages back.
Okay.
So praise the Lord. God bigger than this thing,
Because right there, you are able to identify the work of the enemy.
Yeah.
Because if I can get you and I can ruin your reputation.
No, he told me. He said, I'm going to destroy you and your business. He said, I don't care what you do. You know who you're dealing with. I say to him.
But you don't know God.
No, I said to him, you know Mike Tyson and Muhammad Ali? You can win them, but you can't win my Jesus.
That's right.
And talking about scammers. And we were talking about help, but people need to be educated. On my Facebook, hi, I'm Mariah Carey, and I have 2 children, and I saw your profile, and I really like it. Would you email me here? So I got back to him and said, out of all the people in the world, and I know that my name is out there, Mariah Carey don't know me. And as musician to musician, she would say, hi, Darrell, I know about you. I know your songs, and I'm Mariah, and do you like my music? I say, so I know you're not Mariah. The next day on a different chat, Mariah chat, someone got back to say, hi, I'm Mariah Carey, and
again,
this a different page though.
Different one.
Then the next day, or another few days, another page of Mariah came to me and say, I'm Mariah, and I got back and said, listen, man, you're all playing with me, stop this garbage. Got back and said, listen, I want to tell you, I'm real Mariah, and a lot of people have been using my name, and I reported to the FBI, but here's my personal page, and we can correspond here. So I didn't reply back. Another day, one of the pages got back to me, and while typing to me and I typing to them, the other one that said it was real Mariah typing to me too, and I said to this one, hold on, Mariah's on the other line. So I go over here and I said, Mariah's over on there, and I typed, so I gone back and say, hey, I'm Elvis Presley. No, I'm Bob Marley. Who am I today? I said, tell you what, be honest in the world and make a difference. Bam, I don't hear back from none of them. 3 different sites. So this thing is crazy and it targets you. That is probably someone in these countries I'm talking about. Because once they get your information, I don't know how they pass it on, but you know the internet, if you go into like Walmart in the United States, even from Cayman, and you leave there and go back to your hotel, you get a message on your phone.
Message, yeah.
So I guess that is so. So that's enough about scammers, but I think it's something worthwhile. Christians, you all need to wake up. Bob Marley say, wake up and live, and that's true. And I use the guy because I'm not endorsing Bob Marley, okay?
No,
but I'm just using
just
some word.
the message.
Just the message, okay?
And the fact is,
and it's not all his messages less, but these ones, wake up and live, is a good message.
And the fact that you have experienced that, you are then able to speak to and answer anyone's concern about your products. You are able to say, listen, if it's not authentic, then it's not me. You have experienced all of that. Now, I do know that I have listeners and viewers that are online wanting to talk about the better than greens. We want to talk.
Hold on before you say better than greens. This is something I always do when I start, but I'm so excited this evening. Sister Connie.
Yes.
I'm like 25 years old, starting over life. I'm so excited. My book will be out in about 3 weeks too, and that is free, by the way, and you can get a digital copy free from me. I will. You can email me, and if you're a scammer trying to email me, I'm gonna figure you out. You can go to my website, health HEALTH for FOR today TODAY.KY. You can view all my information. You can see all my products. My email is there. If you're a scammer and you email me, Jesus said, surely your sins will find you out, and he's going to expose you because he takes care of me.
Exactly.
So don't try to play with me. You might play with one or two messages, but believe me, he's going to expose you. And you know something? He allows it to happen so I can minister to them,
Of course.
to save them.
Of course.
But some of them will not be saved like Judas. They will just continue, and God get the point sometime. He have to remove his protection, and the devil knock them down.
And then,
So we have to try all we can. I will tell you this: naked women send me pictures too, and when they come, I block them right up. And God said to me one day, "So who's going to minister unto them?" So say, protect my eyes. So when I look at them, I say, God, boy, you made this one beautiful, but I ain't picking no picture, no apple, you know. And I write them about Jesus. One God back to me and said, can you tell me about God's son Jesus? I want to do Bible study.
That's right.
I don't know why Christians are so scared of these things. A matter of fact, in the book of Daniel, when I tell you star coming to came and a star, you think of Hollywood, but in the book of Daniel, it called God's people star. When you think of a royal family, you think of the queen and them, but in the book of 2 Peter, say, we are royalty. It's amazing how the devil set up this thing to make you feel inferior.
Exactly.
Sister Anna Connie, I'm going to tell you something. I'm handsome.
Yeah.
I'm a handsome guy, and special. God said in Genesis, Darrell, I'm making you in my image. What can be better than that?
Fearfully and wonderfully made.
Psalms 139:14. So some people see me, and now people will tell me that. God probably tell them to conform it. They will say, you're a handsome man at the gym. I say, I know, thank you. They say, no, I'm serious. I say, I'm serious too. I'm handsome.
All of that.
And I'm being proud, but I'm just being honest.
You have to. And all of that is why? Because you decided to follow Christ and to change your lifestyle. And that's what we're saying. So when we come back, we're going to talk about the products that Darrell has.
Only a few of them, because so much to talk about. And by the way, remember, let me see if my friend is still online, because we want to say hi to her. I don't think she's on. To Eve. Eve don't look like she's online. Yes. No, Eve is offline, but we want to say hi to her. Yes. She sent me something, but I'll look at that later. But she's offline. No, that's not Eve. That's someone else. Look like she's offline. Yeah. But Eve, we want to send a hello to you again, just to let you know we continue to lift you up in prayer and asking others to pray for you, that God will do a miracle in your life.
Absolutely. And when we come back, we're going to talk about the products that will be good. So if you have diabetes, if you have circulation issues, if you know anyone, or you have your child or the person that has ADHD, reproduction issues, we're going to talk about how good these things are, how to couple them with nature. So by healing from the inside out, the body cannot do anything else but heal. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Looking to build your dream home or renovate your space? M&M Construction is the perfect place. We bring your vision to life with precision and quality craftsmanship. From design to construction, we guide you every step, ensuring seamless coordination and superior results. Our professional roof inspection and maintenance services will ensure that your roof is sturdy this hurricane season. So, if you are ready to start your construction journey, call us today at 345-927-7509. Build with confidence. Build with M&M Construction. 345-927-7509. Need help to produce your podcast? Flashpoint Media makes it very easy. We can relieve you of the headache by recording your podcast for you. So, take the first step to getting your content to your desired audience. Contact us here at Flashpoint and your podcast will be live in no time. Our website is www.flashpointmedia.ky or call us at 345-321-6969. That's 345-321-6969.
Yes, welcome back to Just Before You Go to Bed. Listen, I had to set myself again because I'm so interested and engaged into what Brother Dacres is saying. So much facts and the testimony of his experience. But I tell you something, listeners and viewers. It is amazing the gifts God give us. And that is why we need each other, because I have a set of gifts or maybe a gift. Someone else have another or a few. But together we can make life better, livable, enjoyable. And here, Brother Dacres have some items here, some products that I have tried already. And I've done the better than greens. Yes, one of my favorites is because I'm not a person that's into vegetable. Yes, I'm telling the truth. If you give me the lettuce and the celery and all of these things, Connie will not. Me not dive into it. Little by little, still I'm trying to overcome that. But I'm coming from a place where I would never, ever have vegetable in my plate. But I tried this and it was amazing. And I tried this is the one for the pancreas formula. I tried it and I could feel the difference in my body.
And since you mentioned that, that is important. When you go to a doctor for sugar, they control the sugar. Your problem is not the sugar, the problem is the pancreas.
Right.
So I have stuff to control the sugar and then work on the pancreas. However, go to your doctor. Go to your doctor. So I'm not telling you go to your doctor.
Yes, I did.
But some people will decide on their own that I'm coming off and I'm going to go this way. If they decide that is, I don't get into that. But however, if your doctor tells you that you can take this along with it, I can tell you it's going to flush the pancreas. And you need to take it. And also they're saying now, if your liver is giving problem, will affect sugar also. So listen, I keep saying, you can't address the issue. You have to go to the root, what is causing it. And that is what's not happening.
Yeah,
so I want to prevent people from getting sick.
Right.
But to prevent you from getting sick, don't buy stuff for 2 months and you feel good and get off of it. The horrible stuff. They just test cucumber. What used to get 100%, you're now getting 19% nutrients from it. So people say I'm eating good.
A lot of them not natural, you see.
And it's the ground that they're growing it on because the earth have no nutrients that they're planting.
And all the chemicals too as well that's affecting us. So Brother Dacres, what I want you to do is talk about the benefits for me.
Okay, I'll go back to my website, health4today.ky. You don't have to know what you're looking for. If it's diabetes, put in diabetes. It's menopause, put in menopause. By the way, some ladies suffer some bad effects from menopause, and some
I
of them,
know.
I sell them some stuff, and they say, hey, I can't come off this stuff. They say when it finished, them hot flashes come back, man, I can't deal with it. And taking that stuff, no problem. And it's all natural. And even women that want to get pregnant, I have stuff to help the hormones with that.
Okay,
So let's,
wonderful.
the Better Than Grains, it's better to go to my website, put in Better Than Grains. You will see all the ingredients. You'll see all it is good for, because there's so much to explain, and we already have a long program. Go there and you will see I have so much information. Just go to healthfortoday.ky and it will show you everything that you need about all these products. A product that I want to talk about is this product. Women, families, you're going to have major problems with the children. We're seeing it. So I am not being negative. We're seeing it. Children are going to psychiatrists and all kind of stuff. Because when the woman is carrying, even the man from his sperm, don't have the right nutrients, does what? The child
That's a lot
is
of
feeding
fish.
in the womb. So what I do, this product here out of Canada, they test 150 pregnant women and 300 pregnant women. 150 went on this and 150 didn't. The ones that went on this, the baby was 10.5. And I'll tell you what that means some other time. The ones that didn't go under, the high score was 7. So when a farmer say, I want to now get pregnant, by the way, the man don't get pregnant, but you say I'm pregnant too.
We want to start a
They go
family.
on this. They
Right.
go on this.
Let me.
You can show that.
Right.
They go
so
on
this
that.
This is the essential nutrients, the prenatal.
Yeah. So you go on that
supplement.
while you're pregnant. You stay on that. When you
Right.
finish the baby, when the baby comes, you stay on that till you finish nursing the baby, because all the nutrients you're gonna feed the baby with. After you finish nursing the baby, drops of herbal stuff to build their immune system, to continue keep the immune system.
So I love what this says. It says essential nutrients moms need for a healthy baby and a balanced recovery, and that is what.
And it's natural.
And it's all natural.
It's all
so I
natural.
love that. So this is the essential nutrients prenatal, and this one is the kid emins.
That is to build their immune system. So when you finish nursing them with
Vitamins
this,
and
they can
minerals.
you can even take that vitamins and mineral with the baby from the time the baby born. It will tell you how much little drops to take to put in their feed. You can take that while you're nursing them with that, or you can wait till you finish nursing them, because you want them to, because that brain need to develop, and if it's not, you're going to have ADD. I mean, it's proven. So I'm no doctor, but we're seeing it. We're seeing it, and my family back in my days didn't have it. The older people, because they were getting the right nutrients. So for children with ADD, ADHD, schizophrenia, all of that, this is the product now. Now, I have testimonies in Cayman about these things. I have people that go on Radio Cayman and give their testimonies. I have a gentleman here who were out of it. He was depressed, and he thought that he was going to make it. And his brother buy products from me. He brought him to me in the car, and this guy was gone. And he said, I'm going to buy it from my brother. I don't know if he's going to take it. He started taking it. I saw him to Ale Thompson maybe 6 weeks after, or 5 weeks. And he came to me. He said, I'm on top of the mountain. Optimal balance from women, for men. This is the woman when I have it from men. This stuff here is full of vitamins and minerals, natural. I tell you, if you don't feel different taking this, call Borden's funeral home, because you did. I'm telling you, there's no one. I might have the odd person. Every soul that take this thing, and people that work out at the gym say, I have so much energy. I sleep better.
I wanna go back to it, because this is a big deal for me.
Go ahead.
It says broad spectrum micronutrients clinically proven to enhance focus, mood, and mental well-being. Also from the essential nutrients, right? The family.
They're psychiatrists now, because this company, family company, they train psychiatrists how to get off, to teach them how to get off a medication to get their patients taking this. They are on my website. If you go to my website where it says media, you will see all the videos, nothing to do with this company. These people, they're up to 6 different reviews for this company, just a family. all over the world. Israel, Australia, and Mexico, to tell you. They're inmates that have major problems. And it's on my website. The psychiatrist over there put them on this, took them off medication, and she said, I will never use medication again after using this. Look on the website, not me, I'm not lying. Look on it from psychiatrists that help.
Yeah. So your mood,
this will help with mood also.
That will help
but if
with
you're
mood.
dealing with major depression and ADD and stuff like
yeah, this
that's
is the
it.
thing.
However, just taking that, this company here, again, they now train people. So they have 6 days a week that you can call a specialist and they consult you free of cost. You can use a 1-800 number like use like Skype. Well, Skype is gone. Skype is gone now. So is the other. Yeah, and you can call them. They will consult you free of cost. If you're on medication for this stuff and your psychiatrist is willing to work with them, they will work with him while you're going to him. And if he work with them, get the training, they will give him so many products free.
And it's all natural.
And it's proven. Forget about this company. Health Canada, out of Canada, took them to court to stop them from saying this. They won the case. So these products is researched more than any products we can find in the world. And all over the world. And like I say, psychiatrists I have on the site talking about the products. Nothing to do with this company. And by this way, this company do not research their products because they don't have the money. It's just a family. It's psychiatrists and scientists and stuff. They research it because they hear so much about it. They are now. I brought a specialist in Cayman from Israel to talk about these products.
Okay.
And they're taking it themselves. And they had nothing to do with the company.
What I loved, and I know my audience would love to hear it, is when I was taking the one for the pancreas, I was looking at the casing for the tablets, and they were not made out of nothing animal.
No, everything let me be honest.
Well,
I carry only one product that made from the bull hoof, but the bull from grass, because that's the only product that I carry that anything to do with animal, and I really don't sell that. I brought that in to take that for a reason. Okay, but I don't sell nothing from animals.
So even the casing for the tablets.
Oh, they're all plant.
All plant-based.
All plant-based. Everything that I sell. So when you put it into, you don't have to worry. Well, I'm taking these capsules. It's all plant.
All plant-based.
And if you're scared of that, open the capsule, put it in water, and drink it. But all plant-based. Now we have other women. You must, let me rephrase it. Optimal balance for women. All women should be on that. Optimal balance for men. All men should be on it. It's going to help you with stress. It's going to help you sleep. It's going to help your mental state. It's going to give you good focus. It's going to give you energy, and it's going to help the body to heal. Don't go on it for 2 months. People go on it and say, I feel so different. They come off it and say, I feel lousy. Well, like I tell you, food is something you have to stay on. And you're not getting all the stuff from the food anymore.
And it's a vitamin, mineral,
and high
formulation.
Look at there. Look at what is in there. You don't have time to read all of that. It's about 20 different. At this having, I think about 50-something minerals alone.
This is amazing.
Amazing. It's amazing grace. Amazing grace.
And so this is the one for.
This is, like Dr. Nedley, he prescribes this a lot. But these people make the brand. If you have serious medication, you will take this also. It's a powder, by the way. It's all natural powder. But also, if you have if you're a person that think about a lot of things at the same time, this. And I have one also. If you're worrying about one thing over and over, you take that. That's the one that's made from the bull.
The bull hoof.
The gel of it, is liquid inside it. The liquid is natural, but the shell is made from bull hoof. And that's the only thing I care from animal, because it's still better to take that than to take medication.
That's true.
Again, go to your doctor. If you have to take medication, take it. This one now. This one is called C-cut. Okay? They learned about that from the Indians in America.
What is it good for?
That's what they use for cancer. Now, even if you're taking chemo, check with your doctor. And you have side effects. You use this tea, takes care of the side effects. A friend of mine here, which is a nutritionist, had cancer, They wanted him to take chemo, and I know can tell his testimony. I can call his name, but anyway, I won't call it. And he did not take chemo. He had stage 4 cancer. And up to, I saw him a month ago, and he went to visit checkup. This is about 3 years ago. Cancer free.
Praise the Lord.
Cancer free, still
Praise the
cancer free.
Lord.
He bought that for a friend of his in Honduras, who I don't remember if they take chemo, so I don't want to say that, but they were in bad shape, and he sent that to them free of cost. He told me he got back to him and said, "Man, they're doing much better."
Praise the Lord.
Now, I'm not telling you don't take chemo, and I'm not telling you don't take operation. I'm just telling you the effects that the testimonials that we have gotten from also this Indians. Is proven from Indians with that, right? I haven't used it before, but the testimonials I have got. I know someone in I forget what state went to doctor and they had cancer and started taking this. After a year they went back and it was gone.
Listen, isn't God good?
God didn't make a mistake.
He can't.
You think in these last things, I don't know what's going to do. No, he have this thing all worked out.
Oh my God.
Sister Connie, can I tell you something?
Yes.
We call sister and brother, but my mama say you can call me anything you want, just don't call me too early in the morning, okay? You find that in Revelation chapter 21, in Genesis 1 and 2 is before sin. Revelation 21 and 22 is after sin.
Of course.
Yeah. After sin, and Jesus comes in Revelation 22. The leaves of the tree will be used for the healing of the nation. Hold on a minute. And by the way, he didn't say leaf, the leaves. So you mean these people, just take Noonan, that's going to take care of it. Take moringa, is going to take care of it. Take barley grass. It's crazy. If God only needed one, he would only give you one tree.
Right.
Why you have all the trees?
You need
because
of
all of them give you different things, especially in the Caribbean. Take moringa because it's good for this and good for that. And if it's so good for things, why people not being healed?
Yeah,
one person will give it.
I remember it tells you, I know one thing. And
one thing, man. One thing, man.
Exactly. And one thing, if you use it too much, it's never good for nothing.
Right.
So you don't want anything in excess. So that's why God give you diversity. And
one plant doesn't have everything.
Not everything.
And by the way, I will tell you, in the morning, have fruits, no vegetables. Don't mix your fruits and vegetables. And midday is when you have your vegetables.
Like
don't mix them. Now, certain vegetables can mix with fruits because they have seeds.
Right.
But vegetables don't have seeds.
Tomatoes.
In Genesis 1, we were only to eat fruits. You realize that? No vegetables.
No
vegetables.
It's
after sin, then God introduced vegetables.
Flood,
and after flood, because there was no vegetarian, the whole earth was on the water. What went in the ark? God said, the clean 7 by 7. The unclean 1 by 1. Why did he say 7 by 7? Because he know if you kill one, you don't have no more. So he needed 7 cleans, but only 1 unclean because he wasn't going to eat the unclean.
That's right.
So
but yet we're killing off the unclean.
And people was living then on 900 and odd. After meat, 5 something, then 120. No, keep dropping. So God in His wisdom, I think this not Bible introduced meat because you imagine living 900 or better. That's suffering. So God said, in my wisdom after sin, I'm going to give meat. Also, it will shorten the life. I believe that. That's not Bible. Yeah. Okay, Sister Connie.
As you eat meat, though, is a year. That's taken away from your allotted years. But this is amazing. And I'm looking at the ingredients, and it's wild-crafted sheep sorrel, wild-crafted slippery elk bark, all organic stuff. This is amazing. This is a C formula cut C. So if you know anyone that has cancer, just reach out. Go on Brother Dacres' website.
Health for Today. Healthfortoday.ky. And just put in the symptoms. You see the search, put in the symptoms, all you need to do. Sister Connie, we need to have another show.
We have to.
There's a lot of information
because
to share.
What I want to do actually is I want for my viewers to be able to see these natural stuff in action, to actually see persons who have taken this, who is still taking it.
We'll bring them here.
Yeah.
We'll bring them here to give their testimonies, especially one with arthritis. Oh, I went to a doctor years ago and in the mornings, and they say, with your age, arthritis, medication.
Yeah.
Hey, I start taking my stuff. I don't have no problem anymore. If I come off it,
So
I
let
feel
me
it.
see the hands of those who have sciatica, because we're gonna need.
My cousin was in bed with arthritis. She was bad on medication. She will give her testimony. Oh, my book is coming out with testimonies, the pictures of the people giving their testimonies. It's available, but I just have to get it shipped, and I can send that out also digital. So, Health for Today email is there. If you email me to get that catalog, I'll send it to you. Just four pages, but it's a lot of information. I start giving her stuff, and I asked her a few weeks ago. I say, I want to be honest with you. She's honest. Tell me. She say, well. And she gave her testimony in there. I'm about 70% better. I feel like a new person with the arthritis.
Listen, so it will work good for the sciatic nerves.
Good for arthritis. All those
Good
big,
for
all the big words. Sometimes I have to Google them. Because listen, hypertension. Just tell me I have high blood pressure.
High blood pressure.
You don't
Come
need
on
to
now.
fancy words. I'll leave you with this joke, and doctors don't get upset with me. Every doctor you go to, when they scribble stuff, you can't understand it.
No.
You
We
know.
can't read Dr. Writing.
You know why?
I don't know my right neither.
When they go to the pharmacy, say, I got mine from a fool, now you get yours. No, that's a joke, doctors. That's a joke. But I just want to know why you can't read their writing. But the pharmacist...
But the pharmacists, they
No,
can't.
but how can they read it? I got mine from the fool, now you get yours. No, doctors, I'm just joking, but you need to write better.
No, seriously. It is a phenomenon.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Because I can't read
I
it.
mean,
but the pharmacists
They just
know
look at it
exactly.
and no problem in this.
And here the thing now, I'm glad you brought that up. Because guess what? We can't read it.
But they can read it.
But we are trusting somebody else to read it and then give it a backup. And we go home beautiful and we take it without hiccup.
I'm going to tell you
God
something.
says, do that and you can't.
And when you buy products and having all these big names, I question them. Just put in, if something come from a mango tree, just say extract from a mango tree. Simple. But you put in all these
From
big
the
names.
Julie mango, from
Hey,
the East Indian
you
mango.
got it.
Come on now.
And when you see the word natural, oh man, red flags go up.
Yeah, don't be fooled.
Because natural, some vitamin B is natural, come from petroleum, which is gas. And it's natural. They get stuff from snake oil, which is natural. They get stuff from the mind, which is from the coal, which is natural. So when they use the word natural, how I started out this thing, I would call up the company and say, you say this natural, what is from? Well, it's a natural farm, it's made in a lab. No, but it's natural. So what's made from? Oh, you have to speak to the person I put together. Can I speak to them? When I speak to them, well, you find it's a sort of thing, but we really can't explain it.
It's made from
and
asphalt.
I say, well, can you get back to me? Never hear from them.
Of course not.
All right, but when I don't want to say it, look at the ingredients. Tell the people.
It's wild-crafted cedar berry. You have licorice root. You have mullein leaf, cayenne pepper, golden seed root. So all of this
You know what it is?
all natural.
You
and
know
I
what it is?
So
You don't
tell
have to
me
Google
golden
it.
seed, you tell me cayenne pepper. I know cayenne pepper.
But you have ingredients when you read it, you don't know what it
Some
is.
name Hagaluga Hega and Begalega Dega. I don't.
And the same thing, all these products when you read it, just read a few from Better Than Greens.
Better than listen. This is. If you can't do the veg or you're lacking in that, this is it. It's just a powder. You mix it in any juice.
Any juice.
Any juice. And
Stay away
salt
from.
water.
I would recommend those. Stay away from dairy.
From dairy.
Yeah,
with it,
the milk.
Yeah. So you have organic hemp. We know that. Seaweed. We know that. Or we have sunflower. We have this is inulin, which is from blue agave. We have golden flax. You have elderberry. You have rum maca root. You have natural vanilla flavor. You have fruit, the acerola fruit powder. All of these are all
You have pumpkin
natural,
and all that in there. So the point I'm making, when you read it, you know what it is.
I already know.
You don't have to go in the
To go
dictionary
and
and try to
Google.
find out what these words. And when you find out the words, sometimes it don't tell you the source it come from. And I try to stay away from that also. Be honest with me, man. If something come from mint grass, just tell me mint grass. Don't use all these funny
If
words.
it's asphalt, that's all right.
Yeah.
And tell me if because I was watching something. I saw this on Facebook. No, I can't say it's true or not. But Jon Stewart was doing one of his show. Then again, I don't know if it's AI, so I'm only telling you what I saw. And they were bringing a news report, and he was saying, "Oh, he loved the bread from Subway. It's always so soft."
From where?
Subway, loving the bread and so forth from Subway. And then the news reporter say, "Hey, listen, breaking news! It's the your yoga mat. There's a thing that makes the yoga mat is the same ingredient that they are now putting into the bread to keep it soft and moist." Now, mind you, I'm only telling you what I saw.
By the way, this is a joke, right? But it's still serious at the same time. You know why they call it fast food? You know why?
Your track shoes, the road.
It kill you fast.
It kill you fast.
Because those meats.
But you have the ingredients.
Yeah,
Can you imagine?
those meats that you eating and stuff. Now, I'm not putting down I'm not telling you don't go to the fast food. Because if I'm in a place I can't get nothing else, they have a veggie burger, I'm going to go there too.
Yes.
However, those meats
That's
that you're getting, you don't know
mindful.
whether it's horse meat. You don't know what you're getting.
That's true.
You really, guys,
No.
fast food people, I don't know what you
really
have,
don't
but I'm
know.
being real here.
Yeah, it's true.
Because think about it, and I will tell you, go back to Japan before fast food went in there. The ladies had beautiful skin.
No.
I saw the media showing after fast. They have all kind of stuff on their face.
Yeah.
Do that tell you something?
Yeah.
Now, I will tell you this. Stevie Wonder is blind, the musician. He can see that. I'm real, you know. Sister Connie, it's a long night. We have to do part one. And will we do one on music? Because I want to do music on the brain.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Because
do
I want to tell people what are affecting their brain also, and their
Yeah.
children having so much problems.
Yeah.
You have women, families, before you start planning your family, you must get the right nutrients in your body, so when
From
your
the
children
inside.
born, the chances are they will not have the ADD, depression, and all the stuff they're suffering with. If you don't, based on scientists, you're going to have a lot of doctor bills. Cayman is going to put in more hospitals, more doctors, and it's going to keep putting, and the children's going to be worse. And we're seeing it.
We're seeing
it. So
seeing
it's
it.
not something that I have to try to bring out. We're seeing that we have to go back to the basics. God bless you all. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Again, healthfortoday.ky, and the phone number is 928-1503. If you're overseas, is 1345 928-1503. Now, if you're overseas, especially in America, I will put you on to people over there. I get no money from that, but I'll give you the people to call over there. Some of these people, they're very good Christian people that I trust, and that's the reason why I will put you on to them. Even if they don't sell you products, they'll be able to advise you. God bless you all. Have a good night.
Absolutely. So you've heard it here. All of the back to the Eden, back to the roots, back to the earth, all natural products that allows the body to heal from the inside out. And mind you, we're not saying, and we're strenuously saying this, you need the advice of your physician.
By the way, doctors are saying for the vitamins and minerals, all doctors that I have checked say there's no problem. Even psychiatrists like Dr. Lockhart, I will call his name, he said there's no problem taking this, just to make clear. And I got that from them, not from me.
Right. So we're telling you, get the advice of your doctor and see if you're able to couple the medication that you're taking with the supplements. But when we talk about optimal balance for women and the vitamins that you need,
And for men.
and for men, yes, absolutely, and also for the children. If you're having mood issues, ADHD, you're stressing, a reproductive system, circulation problems,
Menopause.
listen, and all those who are fighting the hot flashes. But it's not only that. God has made a way that you can have ultimate healing, relief, and restoration.
And also estrogen, and what's the other one for men?
Testosterone.
All of that I have in natural stuff and the herbal stuff. By the way, I take some of it too. Because I
Good.
plan to get married again. I want to be ready.
So, Brother Dacres is talking my language right now, so don't get me started. But this is the place to be. So go on the website, healthfortoday.ky, and all you have to do is put the issue in that you're searching for. All the information will be populated. His number is there that you're able to speak to him. He will advise you the prices and so forth. This is a can't resist, cannot take, cannot buy issue. You have to for your ultimate.
And if you're in
overall
America
wellness.
and go to my website, some of the products like the Canada will take you to their website and you can buy it right in America.
Right
I get
there.
no money from it. Again, I want to see people well. John 2, 1 verse 2. Beloved, above all things, I wish that you be in good health.
Good
Now,
health.
why God would tell us that? He wished that we be and say you can't do it.
Because we-
No,
we know.
we're saying you can't do it. People say we're living in a world now that what you take, and certainly certain things will affect you. I know plantain affects some people because of what happened to your DNA before you were born. God bless
So
you.
here it is, everyone. And we thank you so much for tuning in, staying with us. And until next time, same place, we'll be here to bring you more information on your full health, wellness, your mindset, your spiritual well-being. And I want you to remind you that he that started a good work in you is faithful to complete it to the end. Until next time, from our family to yours, may God bless you and keep you. And I pray as well as the Lord that you will be in good health. Reach out. It's here for you.
Now, Father, we pray for all these people that was listening tonight. We ask you to bless them in a special way. Speak to their minds, dear Lord, that they may have good health. And we thank you for doing all of this because we ask it in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.